across. Let me set the field. Lane 1 is Treasure Coast. Lane 2, Holy Names. Lane 3, Lake Brantley. Lane 4, Hillsboro. Lane 5, the Bowles School. And Lane 6, Vero Beach High School. Red flag is up, and it's down. We have a start in semifinal 1 of the girls Junior 4. Top 3 to the grand final later today. Okay, early on, it does look like Lake Brantley Rowing Association has moved out, as has Holy Names. Those are the two boats out in front of the field as they come through 100 meters. All of these boats still connected. The Holy Names boat is a bright blue boat. They row with navy blue and gold blades. It almost looks like a cursive capital A on their blade in gold. They have about a seat advantage right now on Lake Brantley Rowing Association in lane 3. Lake Brantley in a black boat with white blades and red jerseys. Third place at the moment, it is the Bowles School in lane 5. As we come through 250, Bowles has a 1-seat advantage on the boat above them from Hillsboro High School in lane 4. First place crew is Treasure Coast at the top of the race course in lane 1. And in 6th place, connected with Treasure Coast, is Vero Beach in lane 6. Out in front, it's Holy Names still, and their advantage has swelled to half a length over Lake Brantley. And starting to challenge Lake Brantley just a little bit more. Brantley has about a half length, maybe 2/3 of a length advantage over the Bowles School, and the Bowles School has a bigger margin now over Hillsboro High School in 4th place of about half a length. Somewhat spaced out, but again, top 3 will go to the grand final. The remaining 3 will be in the petite final later on. The first boat here to the 500-meter mark is Holy Names in lane 2. Holy Names rowing very nicely in that bright blue boat. It's a good-looking boat. They have a seat open water now. They have broken the overlap on Lake Brantley. Lake Brantley still holds about a 2/3 length advantage for 2nd place over 3rd place Bowles. And Treasure Coast starting to find some speed up in lane 1. They're starting to challenge the boat from Hillsboro High School that is currently in 4th place. And here comes Bowles. Bowles, big move here at the 500-meter mark, and they are within striking distance now of 2nd place Lake Brantley. The gap behind Bowles is open water to 4th place Hillsboro. Spacing out a little bit, and really the race right now is for 2nd and 3rd between Lake Brantley and Bowles. We will take it to the halfway point. We are almost there. It's almost half a length open water for your leader, Holy Names Academy. They have half a length open back to Lake Brantley at halfway. And Lake Brantley has half a length over 3rd place, the Bowles School. Bowles then with a full length open water back to 4th place, Hillsboro. I'll give it to you at the finish line.
Thank you, David. In this, the first semifinal of the girls' Junior 4, it is Holy Names in that blue boat out in front. The girls from Tampa in the lead, trying to secure their position in the A final right now, followed by Lake Brantley and Bowles. If all things continue as it is right now, those will be the 3 schools fighting for medals this afternoon in the A final. But we've got to do the whole race before we announce who gets into the final just yet. As we're approaching the 500 meters to go, it is Holy Names out in front by a tad of open water. They're looking long and smooth. For any parents out here for their first race, if this is your first time watching rowing, you'll definitely notice the crews that are moving together, the crews that are moving the most smoothly tend to be the ones out in the lead. That's why your kids spend so long at practice, honing these strokes, working together. We're into the last 500, and it is right now Academy of Holy Names out of Tampa in the lead. Lake Brantley in 2nd, and the Bowles School in 3rd. Hillsboro still in 4th. We'll have to put on a big charge in the last 500. There is a lot of strategy for a lot of these crews, but most of that is eaten up early. The early moves, the power 10s at the 500s and the 1000s are already done. So by the time you see them here coming into the last 250 meters, a lot of the chess match has already been played. Right now it is Academy of the Holy Names out in front right now. It looks like Lake Brantley has actually been moving very well in the last 300-400 meters. They may have eaten a little bit of Academy of Holy Names lead. Those two crews out in front, Bowles in third, look like they've secured their spots. We are into the red buoys, marking the last 250 meters. About 60 seconds to go for these ladies for the morning races. In the far lane, in the blue boat, dark unis with the yellow stripes on the side, it's Academy of Holy Names in the lead by 1 length. Lake Brantley in the red unis coming on strong. They're still charging. They're not happy with second place just yet. They're going to keep going all the way to the finish line. And just behind them on the near shore is Bowl School. They are going to continue on, try and make their way into the A final and compete for medals this afternoon. We're into the last 10 strokes, and it does look like Lake Brantley has eaten back into Academy of Holy Names' lead. There is overlap now, but it may be a moot point, as both of these crews will go on to the A final. Academy Holy Names cruises to the victory. Lake Brantley in second into the A final, and the Bowl School in third, with Hillsborough, Treasure Coast, and Vero Beach rounding out the pack.
Up to David at the start. Thank you very much, Matt. We have a start. It was a rather slow start from lane 4, Sebastian River. For some reason, I couldn't quite tell. Maybe a little misstroke there, but they're back up to speed and they're getting into the mix. All 6 boats still connected at 150 meters. Your leader I'm going to give to Miami Rowing Club. Rowing Club with about a deck advantage over the boat up in lane 2 from South Orlando. Also out there with those 2 boats is Evans in lane 5. And Evans, it looks like Stanton Riverbank with about a foot on a charging Sebastian River after that kind of bad start. So again, the boats in the middle of the race course are the ones that have qualified with a little bit more speed for this semifinal of the Girls Junior 4. Top 3 are going to go to that grand final this afternoon. Almost a full-length advantage now for MRC out in front. They're in a black boat with blue blades. They have a full length on your new second place, which is Evans in lane 5 in their black Resolute with their blue, black, and it looks like, green, white, and black blades. Evans, a seat down and in third place right now is that boat from Sebastian River moving back into the mix after that slow start. So the slow start doesn't seem to have affected Sebastian River much. They just had to start to find their speed, and as they found it through the center of this race course, they've started to gain on those boats that were ahead of them. So it's actually dead even now between Sebastian River and Evans for second and third through the 500-meter mark. In fourth is Sora. They're in a white boat with blue blades, and they are all wearing different colored hats up there in that Sora boat. It is now Sebastian River in second place over Evans, but out in front, almost a length open water, is MRC. So MRC trying to go wire to wire in lane 3, put themselves in the grand final, and we have 3 boats connected here for 2 more spots, with now Sebastian River holding about a 2-foot lead on Evans for second. Evans holding about a 3/4 length advantage on Sora for third. Boats in this race. At the top of the race course in lane 1, a green boat is Pinecrest. Pinecrest is hanging on to 5th place by about a deck over your 6th place crew in lane 6 from Stanton Riverbank. Through the halfway point, we're going to stop here. It's Miami out in front, 1 length open water back to just a tremendous race all the way to the halfway point, almost dead even between Sebastian River and Evans. I'll give it to you.
Thank you, David. These ladies in the second semifinal of the Girls Junior 4 are approaching the 500 meters to go. In the lead in the dark boat with the blue blades is Miami RC. They are out in front by a little bit of open water. Behind them, Sebastian River and Evans in second and third. Those would be the three crews if all things stay the same. But there in fourth, Sora is trying to get back onto terms right now. Sora is understroking the field a little bit, but most of these crews up at around between 30 and 35 strokes a minute. For you parents, you got to realize the girls are moving all the way up the slide, putting the blade in, prying the boat past, and going up for another in less than 2 seconds. As we approach the last 500, into it right now with a large lead is Miami. MRC out in front. And it does look like Sebastian River, Evans, and now Sora. Sora is putting overlap on to Evans right now. In the last 500, they got to make a big move if they want to get into third. That would put them into the A final. Miami looks like they are way out in front right now and have an easy route to the A final, but behind them is where the real battle is going to go on. This last 500 meters, you got less than 2 minutes. Only about 45 strokes to go right now, ladies and gentlemen. Miami out in front. Right now it is going to be between three boats with Sebastian River, Evans, and Sora all overlapped. There are three boats. There are 2 spots left in the final with Miami out in front right now. As they come from the yellow buoys into the red, you have less than 60 seconds. They're about a minute away from the finish line. And it's everybody going into their final sprint right now. Miami out there long and smooth, looking really nice right now. Behind them is where the tornado is coming. Everybody's just coming with a fury. Evans has started their final sprint. Sebastian River looks like they have secured a second place position. But behind them, Sora is starting to come on strong. All three crews have it to play still. Miami out in front with open water will cruise into the A final, assuming there's no catastrophe. At the moment, Sebastian River, after a little bit of a rough start, has found their speed, and they are continuing on. Evans is trying to hold on to that third spot. Right now, it is Evans and Sebastian River in second and third. Sora is going to have to put on a charge if they want to get back into terms with these other crews. We've got 100 meters to go, and as they cross the finish line first, MRC will make their way into this afternoon's A final. Coming up behind them right now, it is Sebastian River by a deck over Evans right now. Sebastian River and Evans. Sebastian River and Evans. Only about a foot between them right now. And it will be Sebastian River in second. Evans in third, just holding off a hard-charging Sora in fourth. Stanton Riverbank and Pinecrest will round out the field.
We will head back up to the start.